On the 1st of May, we head to the polls. The last time we fought these local elections was 4 years ago. As Nigel said, in 2021, we were riding high during the vaccine bounce. This year will be different. It will be the first time since the general election, the greatest defeat in our party's history, that we fight these seats. And if you mapped that general election result of 2024 onto this coming May, then we don't win the councils like we won in 2021. We lose almost every single one. But I think we're going to do a bit better than that. But we know that these elections will be extremely difficult. But we also know why they matter. These elections will decide who runs your local services and how much you pay for them. Who fills the potholes on your roads? Who collects your bins? Who sets your council tax? Who makes sure your community gets value for money? And in every one of these areas, Conservatives deliver lower taxes, better services. I'm in a room today filled with councillors, supporters, activists from across our country. Some of the best and brightest people who work so hard, often with no recognition, building the great reputation that allows me to stand here and say, Conservative councils are better. Conservative councils do more with less. We fix 5 times more roads than Labour councils. Fly tipping is 3 times worse in Labour-run areas. We keep council tax lower because we respect that every penny spent is not our money, but your money. Our councillors and mayors are community champions. They serve not for personal gain, but out of duty. Many have spent years, even decades, making their areas better places to live. And when we elect new Conservative councillors, we know they will be just as dedicated. That is why, since the general election, we have already won 59 by-elections. While we're working hard for local people, the non-Conservative councils are chasing pet political projects. Liberal Democrats in Oxfordshire banned meat in council-run food venues. The Labour mayor of the West Midlands made Gaza his first priority, not the job he was elected to do. While other run councils tell you how to live, Conservative councils get on with the job. Let's look at Labour councils. Labour councils always cost you more and deliver less. I was in Birmingham at the weekend. Labour has run it into the ground. Bins not collected, rubbish piling high everywhere. They have a £1 billion black hole in their budget. Now they've hiked council tax by 21% over 2 years and cut services. All while Labour councillors gave themselves a pay rise. So I say to all of you watching, don't let Labour do that to your council. If you vote Labour, you get trash. Instead of fixing the basics, they waste money on bloated bureaucracy, pointless projects, vanity decisions, vanity spending. And when those bad decisions leave them bankrupt, who pays? We all do. On May the 1st, your choice is clear. A Conservative councillor and a Conservative mayor will focus on the things that matter to you, such as keeping council tax low, filling potholes, keeping streets clean, protecting local services. And if you believe in efficient government, low taxes and living within our means, then vote Conservative. And I want to make it clear today that on the family farms tax, we will scrap this tax as soon as we return to government. On housing, they are hypocrites, stopping housing where they live but trying to put it everywhere else. Angela Rayner's reckless planning reforms mean concreting over the countryside while reducing building targets in cities. Birmingham's housing target was cut by 37%, while in South Worcestershire it was raised by 80%. We believe in building homes where they are needed, not destroying the character of rural towns and villages. As I said earlier, these elections will be tough, but we are up for the fight. We are building a gold standard campaign machine, but we need you and all our brilliant volunteers and supporters to get out and help. Every leaflet, every conversation, every vote counts. Being a Conservative is about conserving what is great about this country, our communities, our countryside, our way of life. It is about protecting people's hard-earned money, standing up for working families, small businesses, and pensioners. It's about competence, common sense, and local priorities, not vanity projects and waste. We are the only credible choice. Lib Dems will wreck your public services. Reform has no experience running anything. Greens will run councils into the ground. And Labour will spend, tax and waste your money just like they always do. So your vote on May the 1st matters. If you want lower council tax and better services, vote Conservative. If you want a competent local government that works for you, vote Conservative. If you want to stop Labour wrecking your area, vote Conservative. Don't just hope for a great council. Vote for one. Vote Conservative. Third question from GB News.
Catherine Forster, GB News. No matter how good your local councillors may be, people very often vote on a verdict on the National Party. Under the Conservatives, we had well over a decade of economic stagnation, wages barely moving. You're surrounded by posters saying lower taxes, better services. But in government, the Conservatives delivered the opposite of that. Why are people going to trust you now? Isn't going to take a lot longer, realistically, for you to get a hearing?
They will trust us because we have delivered lower taxes than any other party. Labour's raising taxes even higher. But at local level, Conservative councils consistently deliver better services at a lower rate. Look at Birmingham, that's raising taxes up by 21%. We don't do that. So people right now will be getting their council tax bills for the year. The Conservative councils are lower. If you vote for something else, you will get something much worse. So we are standing on our record. I'm not here to say that we got everything right or we were perfect. That's far from the truth. Because if we were, we would still be in government. What I am here to say is that this is a party that is under new leadership, that is going back to authentic Conservative principles and has a record that it can stand on.